But to my classmates, especially random Awesomeness, you know the real reason why I bought this hat. Yes, it's true. I have been hiding this story for a year now, but it's about time I uncovered the story behind the hat. Years before I appreciated the king's art, I was a normal, well, sort of normal, kid. Going to school, having fun, all the usual stuff. But behind those fun, I was a hard-headed being. I remember ignoring my parents' bidding, and some of them were regretful. This time, it was trimming my own toenails. I can recall a moment where my mother is telling me to quit what I was doing, but did I listen? Well, with the word hard-headed on my script, you know what the answer is. At least, the people who know what hard-headed is. Grab a dictionary and look up the word right now. I'll give you time. I eventually stopped trimming my toenails, and I don't remember what year that was, and I was introduced to the greatest entertainer who ever lived, Michael Jackson. Just like every time before a fan becomes a fan, the first thing that pops on my head whenever I hear the word Michael Jackson is simply, he's a singer, period. But it wasn't long before I saw the big picture. I forgot the exact date, but I was showing my father the Gangnam Style music video when he showed me what I can recall the Smooth Criminal Live in Munich 1997 video. But I wasn't dazzled by Mikey yet. Until 2018, I discovered this impersonator named River Gibbs. He was amazing. I was impressed by his dancing videos, partially because of the editing. And one look at his tutorial videos and I was like, oh heck yeah, I am learning how to do that. So for a few months, I practiced like every time I felt like it. And up to this day, I knew the dance steps to Smooth Criminal, Billie Jean, and Dangerous, the concert version to be exact. I felt unstoppable, but then, tragedy struck. A year before I discovered River Gibbs in 2017, I noticed something unusual. In the middle of a class, I just so happened to remove my sock and saw that my left big toe has this yellowish thick fluid, which I later learned that it was pus. Fast forward to the following year and things start to get worse. On the first day of 8th grade, my ingrown got stepped on by not the tip of the foot, but the heel. And I can't really describe how I felt when that happened, because it was pain beyond the pain that I can recall. And if that wasn't enough, it got stepped on again in the following day. And it gotten so bad that my mother decided to get it checked by a doctor. And according to her, she said that the doctor wanted to remove it immediately, but instead I get a shot of something and got sent home. This did not help at all. Even with my little shot, people kept on stepping on it. It was like a shock collar around my big toe, going off at random times. I remember losing my cool whenever that happened. Foot after foot after foot. Until late November, I was pulled out from my classes to see another doctor, who then suggested to get my ingrown removed. We agreed, and in the first week of December, I got my incision. Weeks later, I was like, phew, all my problems are gone. But I never expected that my problems will find its way back to me, like a ping pong ball against a wall. The rest of 8th grade was fine, and soon it was time to start 9th grade. To this day, I always stay on the side during flag raising rather than being in line with my classmates, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get busted. Until I accidentally hit my still growing nail on the lid of a plastic container, and it bled exactly how it did the previous year. And from that day on, I realized that I made the right decision. Even now, I still avoid big crowds with the fear of getting it stepped on. And all of this would lead to today, a 9th grader trying to dodge the feet that are trying to crush his ingrown. Months ago, I asked Google how long does an incised ingrown take to regrow completely, and it'd be a year to a year and a half before I could moonwalk my life away once more.